Did you know that the average family spends more than $2,000 a year on food? On the other hand, the Amish have spent hundreds of years perfecting how to save money in the kitchen, and I've spent months learning their best tips. These 30 Amish cooking secrets will change the way you think about food and money in a big way. For example, you can make meals fit for a king with just $5 worth of goods and cut your grocery bill in half. The best part is that you don't need any fancy tools or skills. Today is the day to start. 1. Make your own bread. Coming into your kitchen with the smell of fresh bread is just the beginning. When you bake your own loaves, you'll quickly notice that store-bought ones taste like cardboard with a price tag. Surprise! A loaf of bread you make yourself costs about 50 cents, but the same size loaf in a store can cost $3 or more. You'll save a lot of money every year. The Amish don't just save money, though. They also celebrate bread. You can use the same dough to make pizza crusts on Friday night, fluffy dinner rolls on Sunday, or sweet cinnamon rolls for a special breakfast. Making a lot of dough and putting it in the fridge for up to a week lets you bake fresh bread whenever you want. This is a smart Amish trick. There are also no strange chemicals in it. It only has flour, water, yeast, and salt. Amish bakers say that patience is the key ingredient, not something that can be found in the kitchen. Life is like bread. The more love and care you put into it, the better it gets. 2. Buy a lot of the ingredients. Huge jars of flour, sugar, oats, beans, and rice are neatly stacked from floor to ceiling in an Amish kitchen. It looks like a cross between a baker's dream and a survivalist's stash. It's very cheap to buy things in bulk. Many grocery stores in my area hide bulk bins from view, and internet co-ops can have deals that make the prices at supermarkets look crazy. The Amish also know that there is another benefit: less trash from packing, which is better for the environment. But buying in bulk only works if you know how to store it. Oats are like magnets for closet moths, and flour hates wet conditions. So Amish homes use jars, buckets, or even old glass objects that don't let air in. Think of your kitchen as a treasure chest. Each jar holds food that can be used to make a meal in the future. 3. Give old food a new life. Getting rid of food is something that would make an Amish mom frown. Waste not, want not isn't just a saying to them, it's how they live. That old bread, do not throw it away. Make bread pudding, golden breadcrumbs, or crunchy croutons out of it. No one will ever know it was made from scraps. Any random vegetables in your fridge. They can be used to make soup, stew, or dish. You can make a crunchy top for baked chicken out of anything, even cereal bits. Even chicken bones are saved by the Amish, which are boiled down to make rich broths or mixed together to make dumplings. Everything is useful and makes the food taste better. This way of thinking saves money and makes you more creative, since someone else's trash could be your dinner tomorrow. 4. Grow your own food. Imagine going outside and picking warm tomatoes right off the vine. That's just how things are in an Amish society. And you don't need a big farm to do it. A few pots on a porch or windowsill can help you save money on food. Start with simple plants like green beans, lettuce, and tomatoes. These are very gentle and will grow themselves. In one season, a small plant can save you $50 to $200. What if your garden does well? You could end up with too many courgette to handle. When it's harvest time, make sure your car doors are locked, or a neighbour will gift you a bag of them. You can save money by growing your own food, and eating what you've grown yourself is an Amish practice that goes back many generations. Eating a meal that began in your own backyard makes you feel very full. Share and trade your harvest. The Amish know that sharing food makes it taste better. It's free to trade veggies with your neighbours and friends, making your street into a small farmer's market. Also, you don't need a huge yard. When you buy herbs like basil, parsley, or mint at the store, even a few pots of them can save you $5 or more per bunch. They save you money quickly if you use them often. 6. Don't buy the ready-made mixes. Why does a box of pancake mix cost $6? That would make the Amish shake their heads. Flour, baking powder, and a little sugar are all you need to make pancake mix. These are all things you probably already have in your kitchen. Why spend money on a fancy sticker and a cardboard box? It's not just pancakes. Stores are also full of spice mixes, gravy packets, and instant mixes that cost too much. For a lot less money, you can make them all yourself. To give you an idea, you can make your own brownies for less than $1 by mixing cocoa powder, sugar, and flour. Why are homemade mixes so great? You're in charge of everything. Like your pancakes sweeter? Add more sugar. Want taco sauce with more heat? Add more chili powder. There are no fillers or chemicals that are hard to say. It's just real food. It's said that you shouldn't eat something if your great-grandmother wouldn't recognize it as food. 7. Putting food away and canning. Some people think that canning is old-fashioned, but it's one of the best ways to save money. To feed Napoleon's troops, it was first made during his reign. Amish families still use it as a main source of income in the home. It's like taking a break for your food. Fresh fruits and veggies can be kept for months and eaten after the growing season is over. Start easy, like with pickles or applesauce. There are enough apples on one tree to fill dozens of jars, and each one might cost more than $5 at the shop. Too scared to do it? It's okay. Cold also works. When prices go up in the winter, chop up extra veggies and store them for soups, stews, or stir-fries. The best part? You're storing food when it's at its ripest, which means it tastes better and has more nutrients. When you open a jar of home-canned peaches in January, it's like living in the summer again. 8. Make your own milk and cheese. It might sound hard, but it's actually surprisingly simple and very satisfying to make your own dairy goods. Yogurt. All you need is milk and a small amount of yogurt that's already made. Cheese from a farmer. Add some vinegar to warm milk, drain it, and you're done. Butter. Heavy cream and some shaking are all you need. As an added bonus, it works your arms out great. These small steps can save you a lot of money. For example, a gallon of milk can be turned into 8 cups of yogurt, which is $15 less than getting it already made. Want some coffee creamer? Add a little vanilla to milk and your favourite sugar. That's it! You'll save $5 every week. The best part is that you know what's in your food. There are no added flavours or chemicals. Real, healthy foods that would make any Amish grandmother happy. And to be honest, you can't go back to old ways of eating bread without fresh butter on it. 9. Learn how to make a meal in one pot. One reason the Amish love stews, soups, and casseroles is that they're cheap, filling, and easy to make. Picture putting chicken legs, potatoes, carrots, and herbs all in one pot. After 2 hours, you have enough food for days. Slow cooking cheaper cuts of meat makes them soft and flavorful, so a $5 pack of chicken can be used for more than one meal. One-pot meals also taste better the next day, which makes them great for lunch leftovers or dinners that you just need to heat up again. There are also fewer dishes to wash, which is a plus. Spend less time cleaning the pans and more time resting. The Amish show that you don't need fancy products to make something amazing. All you need is the right mix of simple foods cooked with care. 10. How to save energy. Like the Amish. Even though most of us don't have a wood-burning stove like the Amish, we can still learn from how they save energy. Hand-crank food mills, grinders, and mixers may sound like something your great-grandmother would have used, but they're becoming popular again, and for good reason. They save you money on your power bill and last longer than most electronics. It may come as a surprise, but your stove uses less energy than a microwave when warming more than one serving. Some people may not be able to afford a wood stove, but the idea is still the same. Save heat and use it well. Like, if you're baking, make sure the oven is full. Cooking 3 casseroles takes the same amount of energy as cooking 1. You can grind your own flour, spices, and breadcrumbs with a simple $20 hand mill, which will save you hundreds of dollars over time. You also get to choose the quality and taste of the food. The Amish say that the old ways are sometimes the best ways. 11. Get rid of items that can only be used once. Want to save money and feel a little fancier? If you use cloth napkins instead of paper ones, every meal will feel like a small feast. For kitchen towels and napkins, you don't even need to buy new ones. Old t-shirts or worn-out sheets work just fine. Most Amish homes don't throw away anything, and this one change can save a family hundreds of dollars a year. Use paper towels? The average family spends $200 a year on them. A cloth towel will last for many years. Also, instead of plastic sandwich bags, use glass jars or reusable silicone bags. It's not just towels. They do cost more at first, but they quickly pay for themselves. Another trick that comes from the Amish is beeswax wraps. They can be used instead of plastic wrap and keep food fresher for longer. They may seem expensive at $20 for 3 wraps, but they can save you more than $100 a year on cling film and foil. One Amish proverb says it all. Use it up, wear it out, get by without it, or make it do. 12 barter and trade with people. Nearby, you have too many tomatoes from your yard, but your neighbour has too many eggs to eat all at once. What do? Of course you trade. The Amish have been bartering for a very long time. It's not just a way to save money, it's also a way to make friends. You could trade a jar of your own pickles for a fresh piece of bread or honey for jam. People even bring everything from eggs to flower bouquets to trade days that happen regularly in some places. How nice is it to trade? Everyone gets what they want. It's cheap, there's a lot of choice, and nothing is wasted. Plus, every bite tastes better when you know the story behind it, like how that jar of honey came from your neighbour's beehives. 13. Make snacks instead of buying them. Small pretzels from the store won't taste as good after a warm, soft one straight from the oven. The Amish have always made their own snacks, not just to save money, $5 a dish can add up, but also because it's better for them, healthier, and tastes better. Make granola bars, crackers, or pretzels. They're all easier than you think, and you can add any flavour you like. Host an afternoon of snack making with family or friends, and everyone will go home with a variety of treats. To feel like a high-end treat, even something as cheap as popcorn with real butter and spices can be great. 14. How to plan meals, like an Amish mother. Don't worry about 5 p.m., the stress of what's for dinner. The Amish have a system that works well in their kitchens and keeps their food costs low. It has been shown that people who plan their meals waste 50% less food and spend up to 30% less on groceries. Plan your meals around what you already have on hand and what's in season. In the summer, courgette? Each one costs 50 cents. In the winter, spend $3. Nature's schedule, not what works best for them, guides their work. One smart tip is to make one big meal that you can eat over and over again. On Monday and Tuesday, chicken salad and soup are made from a roast chicken that was cooked on Sunday. It may seem old-fashioned, but keeping a simple notebook for meal plans and shopping lists works really well. It's also a great way to find wasted food and cut down on expensive run to get takeaway at the last minute. 15. Spend money on good cookware. Once. Would you rather spend 10 years buying 10 cheap pans? Or one great pan that will last every time? That's not a puzzle. It's the building block of Amish cooking knowledge. Take utensils made of cast iron. A good skillet might cost $50 at first, but it's almost impossible to break. It's strong enough to drop off a rock, pick up, and still fry an egg in. You can't just use these pans. They're family treasures that have been passed down with stories of every meal they've cooked. It's likely that your grandma had one, and it still works today. Any heat source will work with a cast iron pan to bake bread, fry chicken, sear steaks, and warm up leftovers. If you figure out how much each use costs, That $50 pan only costs a few cents each time you cook a meal. The Amish have an easy rule: only buy once. Good luck with your shopping. Take care of it. You should look for tools that can do more than one thing, like a hand crank grater that can cut chocolate, cheese, and vegetables. Not a motor, not a problem. 16. Do not buy the fancy appliances. $200 for a bread machine? The Amish would laugh, then use their hands to show you how to make great bread. A lot of modern kitchens look like gadget stores, but Amish kitchens are simple. Rolling pins, hand sifters, pots made of cast iron, things that have been used for hundreds of years and still work, without a single bulb or plug. Tools that can only be used once, like popcorn makers or yogurt makers. Most of the time, they get buried in a cabinet and gather dust and sorrow. The Amish instead use tools that can be used in many ways and last a long time, like a sharp knife, a strong crock pot, and a mixing bowl that will last for decades. It's not just about saving money, it's about putting your attention on what's important, making tasty food with care. 17. Eat what's in season and close to home. Have you ever thought about why a tomato in the winter tastes like cardboard? That's because it was picked early, sent long distances, and kept for weeks. The Amish eat what's in season to escape this problem and save money. They won't have pineapples or cherries in December or January or any other month. Prices can drop by as much as 70% when food is in season. In the summer, a pound of tomatoes might cost $1. In the winter, they might cost 4 or 5 times that. The Amish eat a lot of root veggies, like carrots, potatoes, and squash in the winter, because they are hearty, cheap, and easy to store. They eat vegetables that are high in water in the summer to stay cool, and starches that are high in fat in the winter to stay warm. When you shop by season, you get food that tastes better, is better for you, and saves you a lot of money. 18. Make broth from vegetable scraps. The Amish don't throw away carrot peels, onion skins, or celery tops. They see them as watery gold. A family spends more than $100 a year on store-bought soup. Owned by? Doesn't cost much. They keep carrot tops, onion ends, mushroom stems, and even garlic skins in the freezer in a bag. Put everything in the bag that's full into a pot with water and some easy spices. After you simmer and strain, the soup will be golden and smell great. It's better than anything in a box. Want more of it? Put in chicken bones or beef bits. It's better for you, has less salt, and gives you that deep satisfaction of made from scratch. Waste not, want not, says an Amish proverb. 19. Bacon grease. You might want to take a seat if you've been putting bacon grease down the drain. That's not trash, that's liquid gold. Really, Amish cooks have kept it for generations, and they have a good reason. People from the neighbourhood may just happen stop by for some regular cornbread if it has that rich, smoky flavour. Are those green beans? From a dull side dish, people will ask, "Wow, what did you put in this?" Eggs cooked in bacon grease. In other words, they taste like they came from a fancy B&B, but you didn't pay $18 for them. The best part is that bacon grease is free. It's something you do every time you cook bacon. Put it in a clean jar, strain it, and put it in the fridge. It will last for months. There is about a quarter cup of grease in a pound of bacon. You don't need to buy cooking oil for that amount of money. And bacon grease can be used for many things, unlike expensive olive oil. You can use it to make everything from flaky pie crusts to veggies with a gourmet twist. It's like duct tape for the kitchen. 20. Make your own energy bars. Have you ever thought about how store-bought energy bars are just oats, peanut butter and sugar? They cost $2 each. To save time, do it the Amish way. Make them yourself for 25 cents each. Oats, peanut butter and honey make up the base. After that, add anything you like: chocolate chips, nuts, coconut flakes, dried fruit, etc. Put it in a pan, let it cool, and then cut it into bars. That's it. You've got your breakfast, your after-school snack, and your gym juice. The best part? What's inside is up to you. There are no unknown chemicals, crazy amounts of sugar, and a lot more flavour. You could also save more than $500 a year if you make just one bar every day. Trust me, if you get the kids involved, you'll come up with some interesting flavour combinations. Are you ready for peanut butter, banana, and pretzels? 21. Making ice cream at home. Do you think you need a $200 machine to make good ice cream? Not at all. Since many years ago, Amish kitchens have made dreamy, creamy ice cream without power. What's the secret? Simple things you need to do and some work. The hand crank method works your muscles and chills your treat at the same time. If you only need to make a small amount, use the salt and ice bag method. It's like eating a science experiment. When compared to name brands, this one costs about $5 less per quart. And it tastes great. You'll never buy something in a store again. You can also make flavours that the store won't have, like fresh garden mint chocolate chip, chosen blackberry swirl, or even peach basil for those who want to try something new. 22. Don't throw it away. Sew it up. Apron torn, not a button. Fix it instead of throwing it away. A simple sewing kit helps Amish homes keep clothes and blankets in good shape for years. It only takes about 10 cents and 5 minutes to put on a button. Getting a new shirt, $25 or more. Simple repair skills can save you a lot of money every year. It's not just fixing things when you sew, it's also upcycling. Used jeans can be turned into pot holders. T-shirts can be turned into cleaning rags. And old curtains can be turned into shopping bags that can be used again and again. It's not just being cheap, it's also being proud. When you wear something you saved from the trash, you feel great. It's like giving your clothes a second chance and your wallet a break. 23. Cooking as a team sport. In Amish villages, preparing food is something that the whole family does together. There are 20 pounds of cucumbers on the table, and everyone is laughing and cutting them up for pickle day. Big jobs are quick, fun, and even unique when everyone does their part. Little kids wash the vegetables, bigger kids help cut them up, and adults handle the tough stuff. Bread baking Saturday or soup Sunday are just a few ideas you can use. You can save up to 40% on food costs when you cook together, and kids who help out are more likely to eat well. Plus those times you spent together? They're worth more than any money could buy. For free, it tastes rich and smoky. Bacon grease is something magical that you've already made if you've ever cooked bacon. The best part is that this liquid gold can change everything from pancakes to green beans. Because it comes from something you were already cooking, it's free. It will last for months if you put it in a clean jar and put it in the fridge. About a quarter cup of grease comes from a pound of bacon, which is enough to use in place of $3 to $4 worth of butter or cooking oil. Of course, the taste is what makes it worth every penny, not the saves. If you fry eggs in bacon grease, they'll taste like they came from a 5-star breakfast restaurant. When you add a spoonful to pie crust dough, it turns into crispy, buttery magic. When sautéed in it, even the dullest veggies taste gourmet. The Amish have known this for a long time. Why pay a lot for olive oil when you can have this rich, smoky magic in your fridge? One cook said, "Bacon grease fixes everything in the kitchen like duct tape." 24. Make your own energy bars from scratch. Those fancy energy bars from the store look good for you, but at $2 each, they're really costing you. Making your own is cheaper, healthier, and, to be honest, a lot more fun. It comes from the reality of the Amish. Start with the holy trinity of homemade bars: oats, peanut butter, and honey. Then add chocolate chips, nuts, dried fruit, or both to make them your own. You can make your own bars for about 25 cents each. If you eat one every day, you'll save more than $500 a year. Also, Here's a secret. The big brands use the same basic materials but charge 800% more for them. You can avoid the strange chemicals and too much sugar when you make them at home. For easy grab and go, put them in reusable containers or wax paper. That way, you'll always have energy for breakfast, hikes, after-school snacks, or after a workout. When the kids help, get ready for some creative combinations like peanut butter, popcorn, and raisins. 25. Making ice cream at home. You won't believe that some of the world's best ice cream comes from Amish kitchens that don't even have power. Try their easy way without a machine before you spend $200 on an ice cream maker that will just sit there and collect dust. You only need milk, sugar, vanilla, and some strength. It will work out your arms to do the standard hand crank churn, but the result is worth it. Store-bought ice cream tastes like frozen cardboard after making this creamy, dreamy ice cream. Try the salt and ice bag method for smaller batches. It's like a mix between a science project and a dessert. Before power, this method of making ice cream dates back to the 1700s. It still saves about $5 per quart compared to high-end brands. You can also make flavors that you won't find in stores, like blackberry swirl with fresh mint chocolate chip from your yard, or maybe even bacon ice cream. 26. Learn how to sew and fix things. Did you tear your favorite apron? Fix it instead of throwing it away. The Amish know a simple truth. It's cheaper to keep what you have than to buy new things. Knowing how to sew can save you a lot of money each year. It costs about 10 cents and takes 5 minutes to change a button. A new shirt, $25 or more. There are free online tutorials that can help you learn how to sew, and a simple kit costs less than $10. You can turn old clothes into useful things once you know how. For example, jeans can be used as pot holders, t-shirts as cleaning rags, and old curtains as shopping bags that can be used again and again. When you fix something yourself, you feel very good about yourself. You're not only saving money, but you're also being smart, independent, and giving your favourite things a second chance. 27. In the kitchen, work together. For example, cutting up 20 pounds of cucumbers to pickle is a big job that the whole family does together in an Amish community. Kids wash the veggies, older kids cut them up, and adults work the stove. It turns into a ritual out of something that might feel like a chore. Families that cook together save up to 40% on food costs, eat better, and teach each other cooking skills that last a lifetime. You can do the same. Maybe call it Soup Sunday or Bread Baking Saturday. Plus, cooking together easily leads to talking and getting to know each other. People don't just make food in the home, they also spend time together as a family. Of course, everything goes faster when everyone does their part. It's true that many hands make light work. Have you ever thought about how cheap those taco spice packets or marinades in a bottle look before you add them up? A family of 4 spends more than $200 a year on store-bought spices. Most of them are high in salt, sugar, and chemicals that keep them fresh. The Amish have known for a long time that there is no reason to pay more for something that you can make better at home for less money. 28. This is how the maths works. You can make enough taco seasoning to last for months with big spices that cost only $5. A single packet of taco seasoning might cost $2. Mix olive oil, garlic, lemon juice, and a pinch of herbs to make your own marinade. It will taste 10 times better and be fresher than anything from a box. The key is to get a lot of herbs and spices. Save up to 75% if you compare this to those tiny jars at the store. Plus, you decide what goes in. No strange powders or chemicals. You could make your own salad mix, signature blend for chicken, or even a special BBQ rub for your family. They will stay fresh for months if you store them in clean jars that don't let air in. One Amish cook likes to say, "Expensive ingredients don't make food good. It's about being able to make easy things taste great." Now let's talk about barley, lentils, and other simple grains. which are the unsung stars of the pantry. The price of meat is going up, but these little guys can help you save money on groceries without giving up taste. It's true that a pound of beef costs $8, but a pound of lentils costs only $2 and makes 6 filling meals. Dinner for less than 50 cents each. Rice goes with everything, barley makes soups chewier, and quinoa, even though it costs a bit more, is full of protein and makes you feel full longer. You need to stop seeing grains as side dishes and make them the main show. For lunch, mix beans with vegetables and spices. To make casseroles bigger, add rice. To make soup feed twice as many people for the same price, add barley. It has been shown that people who eat more grains can save 30% on their food costs and get more fibre and nutrients at the same time. Plus, these pantry basics last for months, so you can buy a lot when the prices are low. Something else the Amish are good at? Giving out recipes. In an Amish home, each recipe card is like a family heirloom. It has been used, improved, and passed down from generation to generation. They're not just directions, they're survival tools for making sure your family eats well without spending a lot of money. You can do the same thing. If you're tech-savvy, make a recipe book and put in it tried and true meals that your family loves. Write down where you can find the cheapest items, what you can use instead, and any little tips you've picked up. A lot of old recipes have smart ways to save money hidden in them, like making soup from vegetable scraps or using breadcrumbs to make meat stretchier. Families that stick to a core set of recipes spend 40% less on food than families that try out new, fancy recipes every week. The nice thing is that you can give that book to someone else someday. You don't just give recipes, you also teach people how to cook well, save money, and love what they eat. One of my favourite Amish habits is to fix something instead of buying a new one. You don't have to throw away a spatula because the handle is broken. Every year, the average family spends more than $500 on new cooking tools that could have been fixed for a few dollars. Have a pot handle that shakes? It could save you $40 to use a screwdriver for 5 minutes. A knob that's not tight on the oven. Instead of calling for help, turn it up a notch. With tape and some time, you can fix even old recipes. Amish homes are full of cast iron pans and spoons made of strong wood that have been used for years. Why? They don't throw away tools. Instead, they treat them like capital. For everything you fix instead of throw away, you save money, cut down on waste, and keep something from going to the trash. For some reason, cooking with something you made yourself gives you a strange sense of pleasure. It feels like it has a story, and that's the great thing about these simple kitchen habits that come from the Amish. They work. Every little thing you do can help you save money, reduce waste, and make your kitchen feel more like home. For example, you can cook with grains, pass down family recipes, and fix things instead of buying new ones. Don't forget that good food doesn't have to cost a lot. Just be careful, wait, and use some common sense when making it.